The MCD elections in Delhi have proven to be an advisory for exit polls. I said it yesterday and I will say it again. You can believe exit polls only at your own risk. And in this case, the advisory has been proven right. Yes, the overall trends were correct, but the scale of the victory was completely off, which brings us to the final numbers from the Delhi MCD elections. The Aadmi Party has won 134 wards out of 250. That is 8 more than the majority mark of 126. The BJP has ended up with 104 wards. They wanted 110, but 104 is what they got. Remember, they were projected to win just 84 wards according to all exit polls. And finally, we have the Congress Party. Just when you think it cannot get any worse for them, it actually does. The Grand Old Party has won just 9 seats in the MCD elections, a complete decimation in the national capital. There were major celebrations outside the Aadmi Party headquarters once the results were declared. All the cracker bans and the pollution rules went for a complete toss as Aadmi Party supporters hit the streets. You had leaders like Arvind Kejriwal and Punjab Chief Minister Bhagwant Mann congratulating the voters of Delhi as well. We'll get you their sound bites in just a bit. The margin may be low, but this victory is extremely important for the Aadmi Party. For starters, this is the first time they have ever unseated a BJP government. If you think back to Punjab in 2022 or Delhi in 2013, the Aadmi Party had actually defeated the Congress Party. They had never, until now, unseated a BJP government. So what if it's only the MCD right now? Secondly, the Aadmi Party has been surrounded by controversies in the last few months. First, we had the liquor scam linked to Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia. Of course, nothing has come out of it so far, as in Mr. Sisodia's name doesn't figure in the charge sheet, but that's a different story. And then we had the Tihar jail row involving Satyendra Jain. The BJP was hoping that these controversies would be enough to beat the Aadmi Party, but as it turns out, they were not. And third, this victory consolidates the Aadmi Party's control over Delhi. In many ways, the MCD was the last frontier for them in the national capital. But with today's win, Arvind Kejriwal has conquered that as well. He addressed his supporters at the Aadmi Party headquarters earlier today. The Delhi Chief Minister called this mandate a responsibility to clean up the MCD and the national capital. Listen in.
आपने इतना विश्वास किया आपने मेरे ऊपर, इसके लिए मैं आपका ऋण कभी नहीं चुका सकता। मैं पूरी कोशिश करूंगा रात दिन मेहनत करके आपके इस भरोसे को कायम रखूं, ऐसी मेरी हमेशा कोशिश रहेगी। और जो हारे हैं उनसे मैं निवेदन करना चाहता हूं कि मायूस मत होना, दिल्ली को ठीक करने में हम आपका भी सहयोग लेंगे।
तो कह रहे जी, बीजेपी वाले कह रहे हैं आज का जो पोल एग्जिट पोल वो गलत साबित हो गया, आज वाला गलत साबित हो गया, तो कल वाला गलत साबित नहीं हो सकता? जो कल होगा वो भी गलत साबित होगा। गुजरात में आम आदमी पार्टी को बहुत बड़ा चमत्कार आपको देखने के लिए मिलेगा कल।
Now, numbers never make sense without context. So let me put today's poll results in context for you. We are going to compare the 2022 numbers with 2017 and 2020. Starting with the Aadmi Party, they had won 28 seats in the last election, but this time they have won 134, which is 86 wards more. Their vote share has also increased from 26% to 42%, which is considerable. But there is a catch here. If you compare the vote share from the 2020 assembly elections, the Aadmi Party has actually lost 10%. Now let's look at the BJP. The BJP had won 181 wards in the last election compared to 104 this time. So the BJP has actually lost 77 wards, which is a lot. But their vote share has actually increased. It was 36% in 2017. It was 40% in 2022. If you compare it to the 2020 vote share, the vote share actually has gone up by 1%. And finally, the Congress. They have lost 21 wards compared to 2017, and their vote share has fallen 10%. But if you compare it to the 2020 assembly elections, the Congress has actually done well. Their vote share is up around 8% this time round. But something tells me Rahul Gandhi and company won't be eager to celebrate that one milestone. And for obvious reasons as well. Let me get our guest this evening. We have Tehseen here in the studio joining us. Tehseen, welcome. Your first time on Mirror Now Studios, so welcome.
First time with you.
First time with me, yes. You were on a show with Tamanna, I remember. Nikat Abbas is spokesperson of the BJP joining us. Tehseen, of course, is representing the Congress party today. Shekhar Iyer is a senior journalist. Anirban Banerjee is a political analyst. Will be speaking on behalf of the Aam Aadmi party. And Tehseen, I've already introduced him to you. He'll be speaking on behalf of the Congress party. Shekhar Iyer, before I get the politicians in, I want to understand from you what you make of these elections. वो जो clean sweep हो रहा था of exit polls, that clean sweep hasn't happened. But fact is, an election is about winning or losing. And the headline is that the Aam Aadmi party has won the MCD, unseating the BJP after 15 years. That in itself is a big achievement.
Definitely, Shreya. I mean, there is no doubt about it because 15 years, longer period, and there have been serious governance issues regarding the running and management of MCD, and therefore nobody is surprised that the BJP has lost. But what is of surprise is the extent to which the BJP should have lost has not happened. At the same time, the extent in which the Aam Aadmi party should have swept elections has also not happened. So therefore, we are in a situation where people have conveyed that they are expecting a better quality of governance, particularly relating to sanitation, drainage management, and these are the basic issues. But at the same time, the middle class, particularly the middle class voters of Delhi, are beginning to have doubts about the quality of AAP leadership, particularly its claim to extreme probity, extreme corruption government because of some of the series of data scams. That's why
Correct.
in middle class constituencies, you are seeing there has been a setback for AAP in pockets. At the same time, its strongholds, particularly slum areas, people continue to trust AAP because they have seen what it has already offered in terms of free water, free electricity, better running of schools. So this is the picture before us. Therefore,
Okay.
if you see today, Arvind Kejriwal was more conciliatory than other leaders. Rather, he let the other leaders attack the BJP. But when he came to speak, he was seen to
Correct.
appreciate the magnitude of the challenge before. Because unless the Aam Aadmi party goes about fixing some of these problems, the parliament election, which is their next target, because they haven't yet won any parliament election from Delhi, therefore need to show results in municipal corporation. So that's the challenge before Kejriwal, and Kejriwal
But
knows it, and he expressed so much in today's victory acceptance speech.
But will that outreach by Mr. Kejriwal today in his victory speech actually help? Because we know that the Delhi government, that's the Aam Aadmi Party government, and the LG are at constant loggerheads. Given the fact that the BJP is coming as a strong opposition, and we know just how aggressive the BJP can get when they are in opposition. Heaven save us. I mean, the Aam Aadmi Party will have its hands full, is all I can say. But Anirban Banerjee, you are representing the Aam Aadmi Party today, and congratulations to you. But we always knew this was an election for you to win. The question is, given the fact that you have lost, the Aam Aadmi Party has lost all 3 wards in Satyendra Jain's constituency. It has lost most of the wards in Manish Sisodia's constituencies. Does it say something to you? Does it say that the BJP's campaign against the Aam Aadmi Party, targeting its anti-corruption crusader image, may have worked? I don't know to how much extent, but to some extent that image has been dented.
Shreya, I must clarify, I'm not representing any party in an official capacity. I can only lend my moral support to the AAP that they're defeating the BJP in Delhi. So this is not my official stand that I'm representing the AAP. And that's first up. And second, the answer to your question, that when it's an MCD election, or rather a corporation election in any state, the hyper-local issues are more important than these kind of narratives that Satyendra Jain, whether he's corrupted or not, whether Manish Sisodia is corrupted or not. people, when they are voting for their councillors or corporators, I don't think they really care about the image of their MLA or the MP in those areas. That is not how corporation or panchayat elections work. In this case, the AAP has focused on the civic problems of Delhi, of the city of Delhi. And we have seen the Kude Ka Pahad. You have been doing quite a few shows on that. I have been participating in them as well. And as citizen of India, in our capital, when you see those huge mountains of solid waste, it is a question of prestige, not just for Delhi. It's an insult to the entire country. And if the BJP had got 15 years to clean those up, in spite of cleaning them, they have actually increased the height of those mountains of garbage. Therefore, those mounds of garbage were rather symbolic of how the BJP has been dealing in the MCD, and also how the BJP is managing the government overall in the union government itself. Even the situation of our country, if I might say, it might sound rather rhetoric, but it is similar to those garbage mounds. BJP has been building up those garbage mounds all over the country, and come 2024, I'm pretty sure they will be searching for their moral victory as they are doing it in MCD elections right now.
Okay, Nikhat Abbas, the BJP obviously has a certain ideological pull, which is why many people in Delhi have voted for them. After all, 103, 104, I think, is the last score of the BJP, is not bad at all, given the fact that there was anti-incumbency. They've been in power for 15 years, and every exit poll had predicted that the Aam Aadmi Party is going to sweep this election. But fact is that the people of Delhi have voted you out from the MCD, which leads us to believe that you have failed the people of Delhi. वो कूड़े के पहाड़ हैं. The BJP has been buried under those कूड़े का पहाड़ only.
The reality is that it's a people's mandate, and we completely respect that, and everyone should. Congratulations to all the candidates who won from whichever party they're coming from. One. Second of all, what I want to tell here to the viewers is that Aam Aadmi Party had portrayed before the elections that there'll be a complete denial of the Bharatiya Janata Party's candidates by the Delhiites. The Delhiites would completely dismiss the Bharatiya Janata Party's candidates. However, we've been able to pull off 104 seats right now. And the kind of competition we've given to Arvind Kejriwal, to the last few hours also, he and Aam Aadmi Party's Karyakartas could not even celebrate because they were doubting their own winning polls. Second, we should not be ignoring the fact that Satyendra Jain has lost all the wards. Manish Sisodia's wards, 4 out of 3 wards have been lost. Kailash Gehlot's wards they've lost. Atishi Marlena has lost. Their wards have been lost. Amanatullah Khan, they were like a big mandate of appeasement and all of that. Even then, Amanatullah Khan's constituency has lost most of the wards. So this is the kind of thing. These are big leaders of Aam Aadmi Party. They're prominent faces, prominent media faces. Even then, they've lost. So isn't that there's something we are seeing, that there is a kind of I'd say denial of people to accept Aam Aadmi Party's government in Delhi also, and the policies which they are giving and the freebies which they are giving, which they have not been able to pull off and fulfill. So what I'm telling here is that they have also come down on the vote share. If compare, 2020, the kind of vote share they got in Delhi constituency, the Vidhan Sabha election, that has gone down right now. 12% is a big mandate, and even we have increased from 1.5 to 2%. We've been able to pull off that kind of people's mandate, despite of the fact that there's anti-incumbency of 15 years.
Nikhat,
people, which is why we've been able to
pull,
even after 15
years.
Election, that's not a small number.
In an election, only you and me and some cephalologists will, bother about vote share. वो जनता को फर्क नहीं पड़ता, उनको हेडलाइन दिख गई है that the Aam Aadmi Party has won, and that by the end of it is the sum and total of this entire MCD election. See. The other headline, okay, Nikhat, give me a minute. Let me get Tehseen in as well. He's been smiling all along, drinking his cup of coffee. Tehseen, the headline we will not see in tomorrow's newspapers is the Congress Party. The complete irrelevance of the Congress Party. क्या हो गया? This is a party that once ruled the MCD and once ruled Delhi. One of the best chief ministers of this state, Union Territory, Sheila Dikshit, was from the Congress Party. Completely irrelevant.
Completely, and it hurts, Shreya. And I won't sit on your show and find positives as My friend Nigat found in it. But just on a side note, I remember one day I was doing lunch with a Congress MP. Those days, Congress used to win a lot. And somebody asked the Congress MP, by how many votes do you need to win your Lok Sabha election? And he said, one. It doesn't matter. In the end, only the victory matters. History only remembers the winners. So congratulations to Aam Aadmi Party. But let me come back to what you're saying. This is a political party that governed Delhi very well. It changed the face of Delhi. Who was the one who went against Sheila Dikshit? It was Congress leaders. Remember, BJP attacked Sheila Dikshit much later. So did the Aam Aadmi Party or the IAC. It was Congress leaders who attacked Sheila Dikshit. When will Congress learn that to finish off the BJP, you cannot burn down your house? This morning, Congress spokespersons, and I'm not a Congress spokesperson, I'm a sympathizer for the Congress, were happy that the BJP is not winning Delhi. अरे आपका घर जल रहा है, आप उनके दुख में खुशी मना रहे हो. So the Congress has to pause, think. And one advice for the Congress, and I give this very, very strongly to the Congress, move away from the left loonies. The more Congress is associated with left loonies, the more Congress will be defeated. It should be a centrist party, the party of governance, the party of Nehru, Indira Gandhi, Sheila Dikshit. You're moving towards left loonies who have nothing to offer. This is an aspirational India. You like Arvind Kejriwal, you don't. I'm not a supporter of AAP. You like BJP or not? I certainly am not a supporter of BJP. They have something that they say they stand for. You can disagree with it, but they stand for something. The Congress is looking so left that people like me who are centrist are looking right. The left loonies will destroy the party. I wish the party realizes it. Some left loony who wanted Congress to be dead is now speaking for Congress at Bharat Jodo. The second most popular leader, apparently as per Congress after Rahul Gandhi, is some university leader. What is happening to the party? This is the party of Nehru and Indira Gandhi and Rajiv Gandhi.
But the fact is they haven't even made an effort. I mean, the very fact that we are even spending this much time on the Congress party is a bit odd, given the numbers they have got. But the fact is they were nowhere. They were nowhere on the ground. Where were your top leaders? Kahin par nahi. And when you ask the Congress party, where are your leaders? They'll say, BJP walo ko dekho. They have got all their central leaders and their ministers and their chief ministers. This is just a local, election. Look at the Aam Aadmi Party. They are giving freebies. Aise thodi na election jeeta jata. There was simply no energy or will to win this election. And as far as the top leaders are concerned, they couldn't care less. That is very clear.
It's how you lose an election.
If you had to write a book on how to lose an election, I think the Congress party will be the best authors for it.
I think so, but think about it. Let's leave the Gandhis out because, okay, you can say Rahul Gandhi was involved in the Bharat Jodo Yatra and that was something predecided. But let me ask you the Delhi leaders, those who claim to be the chief minister, those who wanted to dethrone Sheila Dikshit to become chief ministers, those who went around the Congress in various states, what were they doing? They are not to be seen anywhere. So again, I'm saying, where does the accountability stop? See, a lot of credit goes to Amit Shah ji or to Modi ji, but they have fantastic lieutenants. They have Bhupendra Yadav, they have other people, Nadda ji, etc., who work on the ground. Even Arvind Kejriwal has people who work on the ground. Raghav, Manish Sisodia, etc. Now, you win, lose, that's a different matter. They don't carry the weight. Here, the weight is only on the high command, or there's no campaigning at all. And that is not good for a party. When will this party wake up and smell the coffee that defeating BJP is not the objective? The Congress becomes irrelevant when there's a third party. The party needs to understand that it has to start winning for cadre and voters to stay relevant in this country. And this country needs Congress. And I say this with a lot of heartburn because I'm a Congress voter. And I feel bad to see the party become so irrelevant in Delhi, a state that it governed and it changed the face of.
Do you want to come in here? We've spoken about the Congress party, although they've been reduced to almost nothing in this election. But we did see a reach out. If you heard the victory speech of Arvind Kejriwal, we saw him say, I love you too, to Delhi voters. I wonder whether we played that soundbite or not. But he's also reached out to the Prime Minister to say that to fix Delhi, I will need your help as well. Do we finally see some conciliatory moves from the center as well? Because एक LG ने नाक में दम कर रखा है आम आदमी पार्टी के, and second, now you have a very, very aggressive opposition in the BJP, and we know what the BJP does when it is in opposition. So will you let the Aam Aadmi Party work, or will you just keep them busy with all the controversies and the scams and the stings that you seem to fish up from somewhere?
you know, this is really easy for Aam Aadmi Party to be in power and kind of release these statements. Today is the winning day for him. Aam Aadmi Party is Arvind Kejriwal. Instead of saying just I love you to the people, he should have promised the people of Delhi that he'd be working, because now Bharatiya Janata Party for the first time is in complete opposition. We are not in MCD, we are not in Delhi government. Aam Aadmi Party is. It is in MCD, it is in Delhi government. Now it is for them to prove their points right, that if they have the Parshads, if they have the Vidhayaks of their party, they'd be able to pull off Delhi like a Paris or London and whatnot. Now he's supposed to fulfill the promises. The kind of, you know, he cannot just give the excuses what he's been giving since 8 years. Now he has MCD all for him. All the budget is with him. All the Karyakartas are with him. All the political leaders are with him. Everyone is with him. Now, if today, even today, after winning MCD polls, also he has something to say for the BJP that we need the support from central government, we should be getting. I can smell this. This is something. There's something fishy that tomorrow again, when he's not able to fulfill the promises he has been making, the fake promises, when he'll not be able to deliver what he has said, when he'll not be able to deliver his manifestos, he tomorrow is going to again blame the BJP government, the central government. This is exactly what he's been trying today, and today he has started that. Instead of trying to fulfill the promises from today, he has again miserably failed from day one, from speech number 1, when he said that we would need support from Kendra government and central government and whatnot. We are obviously supporting every state, which is why the people are able to run their governments. But now, when we are in the opposition, we expect you to deliver, and Arvind Kejriwal is certainly going to fail, and I know that. In a couple of years, we'll be seeing him that giving up on the government, like he has always done, giving up on the issues of basic issues of Delhi, which is already done.
No, I don't think that is happening. Let's not become. You have those.
No, that's happening. So.
You have those shows on television.
Very first day,
they predict the future of people. Let's not do that.
Like that. No, it is.
Let's not do that. Let's not have a. Let's not.
Not people's future.
Yeah, I mean, you could see.
I'm predicting the future. What? No. I'm not predicting the people's future. No. I can't.
I understand. I understand.
I'm predicting Arvind Kejriwal's words, because that's exactly what he does.
But the fact is, and I agree with Tehseen here. That Mr. Kejriwal was fairly graceful. I mean, the punches came from the other leaders who also spoke, like Sanjay Singh, like Bhagwant Mann, like Gopal Rai, but certainly not from Arvind Kejriwal. He acted quite the statesman. He could have said a lot. He didn't. Anirban Banerjee, double engine ki sarkar in Delhi, but the BJP is expecting you to fail, and they will do everything, by the way, to not let the Aam Aadmi Party perform. We know this.
So most of the opposition ruled states, the BJP, after they lose the polls, they will express their angst for losing the polls by taking it out on the common man. The likes of West Bengal, say the state of West Bengal, the BJP, in a bid to fight the Trinamool Congress, has actually created an economic blockade so that the common people might suffer. Just because of their own political gains, they can have 10 crores of people suffer. BJP can do that. It's very easy for them. We have seen in Delhi, after they had lost the state elections, they used the post of LG to block the AAP government at every step. There has been numerous occasions, and I'm sure this is the similar thing that happens in many other opposition ruled states. Some are ruled by the Congress, some by the DMK, Shiv Sena, etc. So when the BJP says that we are going to cooperate, you can be very sure that it is the exact opposite that they are going to do. You are right. As the opposition in the MCD, they will create a ruckus. Oppositions do create a ruckus. But when you are in a union government, you cannot act as BJP or Congress or this party or that party. You are the government. But what the BJP does, whether they're in the government or not, they will act as the BJP, as a BJP party. They will take out their vengeance on the common people.
The one thing I think we need to celebrate, Anirban. There are two things we need to celebrate. The fact that the AAP's narrative of development and cleaning up the city and cleaning up the Yamuna, that narrative has won. So we need to appreciate that, and we need to appreciate the people of Delhi. But we also need to appreciate that the people of Delhi have chosen a very strong opposition, which will keep the government on its toes. Mr. Shekhar Iyer, I have exactly 10 seconds. I've already been asked to wrap up the show. I want to ask you कि अब वो जो हमेशा सवाल होता है, दिल्ली का बॉस कौन? Delhi ka king kaun? In this case, all right, we may say Aam Aadmi Party, but there is the LG sitting as well. Does this election change anything?
नो श्रेया, अभी तो एक तो आपके पास एमसीडी भी आ गया है, सरकार भी आपकी है. नाउ यू सी द एक्सक्यूजेस आर गेटिंग रिड्यूस्ड. इनफैक्ट अरविंद केजरीवाल चैलेंज, अरे कूड़ा पहाड़ है तो उसको कैसे निकालेंगे? ही हैज टू स्टार्ट. And second thing, you mentioned about Yamuna. Yamuna thing has not worked. In fact, Yamuna is a problem. And all the anti-corruption issues was a big issue. Therefore, I think the excuses are getting less. And people of Delhi will, they may get tired of excuses. So that's why you have to deliver. And as far as he mentioned, Anirban
So-
mentioned about West Bengal. You know how Mamata is not posing up with the center to get funds and trying to follow the rules laid down by the Center for Civil Welfare Schemes. Lot of is happening there. See, you can't run the government on the basis of excuses. You have to deliver finally. BJP or
Absolutely. Now time to deliver. Politics over, time for politics over in Delhi. Now deliver in the city, make the lives of people in Delhi better. They've given you the mandate, you need to deliver now. We'll leave it there for the moment. Thank you very much. Tehseen joining us in the studio, already in a rush to leave. I know he has to go for another show. So Tehseen, thank you very much. Nighat Abbas, thank you very much. Shekhar Iyer, good to have you on the show. And Anirban Banerjee, good to have you on the show as well. Thank you everyone. Good night. Thanks for watching.